you're feeling low, it's best to expose any thoughts of doubt. You gotta air it out. Awake. You greet another day with the choices that you make. Decide what you will leave, decide what you will take. Decisions are the key to release what you don't need. If you're gonna let it be, then you have to let it be. Be mindful not to keep the residue of anything that had you feeling weak. Like
are you listening to the words of the song?
Versus what you think. Sometimes your own assumptions are the ways that make you sink. Feeling down, it can be an addiction.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Breathe by the Flow Assist. Listen to the lyrics.
Tugging on your soul, asking you to stay when you know you have to go. Know the things you know is your path is just your own. Lessons will be lessened if you listen to their fear. Hear your truth, keep it near, and then you just breathe. You gotta let it go so you can grow. You gotta let it go, just breathe.
Yes, this was a perfect song because you got to let a lot of stuff go so that you can grow. And I don't know how some of y'all are feeling. Well, actually, I do know because I feel the energy and I feel what's going on. And a lot of people are not familiar with Jupiter being in retrograde. That's some astrology stuff that I wasn't into before, but as I started researching the planet and what's happening, because I was bugging out, it's like time is going by super fast. Things are happening immediately. Like I'm able to manifest immediately. Okay, I gotta give the testimony. Today, if you look at this channel, you know that my family is under investigation for fiduciary abuse, and they stopped all of our funds. So we had to get an attorney, but of course you can't get an attorney unless you have money. So did a lot of research and realized that we could only do what we could do, and I just called one other number of the person that they made the attorney for the case of my father-in-law. I'm not going to get into the whole thing right now, but he's coming over tomorrow to talk about the case, and he's a neutral party in the case that's there to help my father-in-law. So we see the light at the end of the tunnel. And another thing that happened was that because we have all of our other funds were stopped, we're basically just working on our business, and our business is Orgonite. We create Orgonite and we sell Orgonite. Well, we give a lot of Orgonite away too, but it is a business for us, so we sell it. And things just work out. And when you release things, when you release any negative energy and you focus on the positive and stay in a high vibration, you can create your own reality. You can manifest whatever it is that you want. And I was talking to Smokey today about it. Smokey is my spiritual advisor, and you can catch her live every Wednesday at VIM3DRadio.com. And we were just talking about how, everybody is going through, the planet is going through a shift, and everybody is going through whatever it takes for you to recognize yourself and identify whatever issues that you have so that you can, confront them, release them, and move on and start creating. A lot of people are distracted through the media. This is definitely a time for introspection. And is that a word? Sounded like a word. I think I remember using that word before. I'm going to have to look it up. But if not, that means looking in the inside, okay? So you have to look in the inside of you so that you could really sustain yourself. There's a lot of things that are happening in the planet, and every single one of us has what we need to be self-sustained right now. Just you as a being a human being, being a person with a soul, you have the power to create and manifest anything that you want. But the thing is that we have been programmed ever since we got slapped on our booties, and we're programmed with everything that you see around you, everything that you see in the media. It is all a program, and it's about disconnecting from those programs and reconnecting with yourself so that you can really find what your purpose is, so that you can live by that. For the longest time, I've been saying I left the traditional media. I left that about 12 years ago, and I knew that I wanted to do something where I sustained myself, and it has been quite a journey. But when you were asking for that, when you were saying I am self-sustained, I am abundant, I am wealthy, I attract wealth and abundance, all of these things, and you're disconnecting from anything that doesn't serve your highest good, that you have to really leave that to the universe and have faith that everything is going to be taken care of. You have to release all expectations of what you think is going to happen, but just know that your best interest is always in the interest of the universe. It's all a matter of what's in your mind, what are in your thoughts. And there are a lot of people that are having financial difficulties right now, and that's one of the biggest programs to detach from. And for me, it had been a challenge because, I mean, how many people are really used to having like no money? So through my last 12 years, I dealt with all of that. Went through an eviction. I lost, the home that we were living in. Went to a new place. Started the faith tour, and everything has been going fantastically. But the challenges persist. And if I am claiming that I can sustain myself independently, then I'm going to be taken through the challenges to prove that I can. And that's really what's happening in my life right now. And it's really an exciting time because I recognize the challenge and I recognize that it's part of my progress, it's part of my purpose. So we've been getting donations, and the donations for the orgonite that we're selling, it's not even anything. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, y'all, we've been getting so many donations. I mean, we got a couple of donations that were really big and were very, very helpful, but they really come when they're supposed to come. And I'm not, when I'm feeling stressed out and I'm feeling like I need to breathe, as the song says, I make orgonite, and I put all my energy in what I do, and it feels good, and that's how I know that I'm in the right place, that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm not worried about anything. I have no worries at all. I know that I'm taken care of always, even if it looks bleak, because, in sharing this story, a lot of people tell us, oh my gosh, how are you guys going through that? And, I'm so sorry. And, they feel like really bad for us. And we always tell them, don't. This is part of our journey, part of our process. And we're really excited for the things that are happening in our lives. We're just always, always taken care of. And it is really a wonderful thing to know that I manifested that I created my day, I create my life by every thought that I keep, everything that I hold on to. The things that I hold on to that are not things that I want, they're going to appear in my life. And it's up to me to assess the fact that, okay, I am accountable for every experience. So if something is happening in my life that I don't like, then I need to change that. And I need to change that just by changing my vibe, changing the way that I react to things. And it's been a wonderful thing. I mean, if you would have told me last year that somebody was just going to take all of my finances and that we were just going to be left with zero and it was going to be like, okay, now what you going to do? I probably would have had a heart attack. I probably would have panicked, been in a huge panic. And it's just not like that today. Today, it's like living in faith. It's like you're going to be tested. So if you're not really believing what you're talking about, then don't talk about it because it's going to happen. It's like if you are like people that are faking and fronting, you're going to be confronted with that faking and fronting, and you're going to have to decide at what point are you going to be an authentic, genuine person. And it's not for anybody else. It's for you. And once you figure that out for you, everything else is gravy. It's like, it's not so complicated, people. It really isn't. This world that we're existing in right now is a big old matrix program, and it's up to every individual to identify with themselves and who they are and what purpose they want to live. There's a lot of people that are thinking that, President Obama is President Obama now, and he's going to save you. He ain't going to do jack but follow his program. So I suggest that you start following yours. This is starting to act crazy, so I'm going to let y'all go. Don't forget, I'm Madi Torres from VIM3DRadio.com, and this is the Flow Assist, and you got to check her out because the Flow Assist is now solo, and she has some really, really good stuff, so check her out. Adios. Look, the camera's doing crazy.